Elimination Chamber 2024 gave us a look at how over Rhea Ripley is, possibly Randy Orton versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre replacing CM Punk, Women's Mania match confirmed, possible herpes, Three-Eyed Rollins, Ten Shin Han, and The Rock Spirit.
The People's Champ Spirit is gonna be in Perth.
Well, thank you, Rocky. I did feel your spirit. Made the show so much better. If you smell, it doesn't matter, know your role. Rudy Poo Poo. So Elimination Chamber 2024 just concluded and it's only 3 p.m. in my country. Feels nice. Feels nice. Now I can flex on them Americans. People are like, the great one, why are you bitching? I said that 12 p.m. is a bit too early because I'm used to watching WWE pay-per-views at 3 a.m. It's the Americans who are complaining right here. Now we'll talk about the pay-per-view in just a second, but can we address this? I'm not a doctor. Far from it. I just want to say, if you are going to do that, make sure it's a brand new shoe. Don't do that after the gym. Well, unless you want herpes. If you smell. So people, let's talk about Elimination Chamber 2024. I really like the atmosphere of Elimination Chamber. Definitely had that big event feel. And we got a kickoff match. The Kabuki Warriors versus Candice LeRae and Australia's own Indy Hartwell for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. This match was really obvious. We all knew who's going to win. It's one of these cases where you are from Australia, so we're gonna give you that match. Don't complain. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but if you are going to put these women in a championship match, why don't you make sure they actually win a couple of matches or be on television? You know the deal. Obviously the Kabuki Warriors retained, but after the match, people show their appreciation for Australia's own Indy Hartwell. And now, let's talk about the main show. I'm trying to finish my story right here on YouTube. 500,000 subscribers. Help me out. And it kicked off in a very big way with the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Naomi, Raquel Rodriguez, and Tiffany Stratton. So I feel like the match was really good. Definitely one of the best Women's Elimination Chamber matches. And also, it's controversial what happened with Naomi. So she had a great performance. I think she absolutely slapped. She cooked. Whatever young people say nowadays. Why am I talking as if I'm 50? But she was the first who got eliminated quite early in the match, actually, so that's a little unfortunate. I wouldn't jump into conspiracy theories, but people already are. We're wrestling fans, we crazy. Another woman who got really over during the match and had an amazing performance is Tiffany Stratton. I legit didn't know how good she is at this. She was really good in this match, but of course got eliminated too, and the fans were not happy. Like I've said, she really got over during the match. To the point that I had to Google, is she from Australia? And she's not. Then Raquel Rodriguez got eliminated by Bianca Belair. Final three were Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and Becky Lynch. And this is where things got a little unpredictable. Obviously, we knew it's either Bianca Belair or Becky Lynch. Now, in my predictions video, I said Bianca. But, yeah, I always knew that there was a possibility of Becky. I just thought that maybe Bianca versus Rhea. WWE 2K24, me being a complete mark, I was like, maybe that's what they're going to do, but turns out I was wrong. So Liv Morgan rolls up Bianca for the victory straight into a manhandle, and Becky Lynch is going to WrestleMania to face Rhea Bloody Ripley, which is not a bad idea. I think this is kind of a dream match. Have we seen that before, by the way? I feel like this is one of these matches that you need to put at WrestleMania. I don't think it's quite as big as Bianca versus Rhea for whatever reason. Maybe it's just that Bianca is over, Rhea is over. But I'm really interested in what Bianca is going to do at WrestleMania because she is, you know, that superstar that WWE really likes. She has her own fucking reality show. So I'm kind of surprised that she's not gonna be in a very important match, or at least a championship match. Well, whatever the case may be, Becky won, and hopefully, you know, she can regain that status of the man, or to put it simply, she can be over again, because lately people are just not responding. When she won the match, the people did though, so that's good. Decent match, decent result, let's move on. The Judgment Day versus New Catch Republic. So this match was exactly what you would expect. Obviously, before the match, Dominic got the microphone. Just like I've said, WWE will definitely use that opportunity to get a stadium, you know, booing Dominic Mysterio. And I think one question got answered. Yes, they are lowering the sound of the microphone. At least this time around, it was very obvious. very obvious. Well, anyway, this was a fun match, exactly what you would expect from these superstars, so yeah, can't really complain, and I guess we all knew who's going to win. There's no way the Judgment Day are not going to WrestleMania as tag team champions. Whoever beats the Judgment Day is going to get that big pop, and it's not gonna happen at Elimination Chamber. I'm sorry, guys, it ain't happening. Dominic interfered, that got handled, but of course in the end the Judgment Day still won the match. I guess at this point we all kinda know who's facing the Judgment Day at WrestleMania, and I'm sure not everyone is going to like that, but I believe it's The Miz and R-Truth, and honestly I like that. I like the idea of R-Truth getting rewarded for actually giving us some hilarious television. We see Austin Theory, he got booed, and it's time for the Grayson Waller effect. Obviously, my man got a huge pop. He's from Australia, and I kinda like this segment. Also, at the same time, was kinda confused by it. It probably wasn't necessary, but dude, you gotta have Cody on the show. So we got Rollins, we got Cody. Seth Rollins announced that he is basically cleared in a couple of days, so that's good. Now we know he's going to be at WrestleMania, as if we didn't know already, but I'm glad we are going to see Seth Rollins back in action. That's great. Cody has an announcement too. He challenged The Rock to a one-on-one match anytime, any place, and Seth Rollins says, well, you can't actually fight this alone. We'll get back to that, but then of course Grayson Waller, Austin Theory started their whole shtick. Austin Theory started doing The Rock's catchphrases. Seth Rollins is laughing and he's like, that's your boy? That's your boy? Come on, man, you can't be that gullible. And of course he got his ass kicked, and that was basically the segment. Grayson Waller was safe. I mean, you can't beat Grayson Waller in Australia. So, let's talk about what happened right here. So, it's either a tag team match, which is, you know, teased, we all know that, but I feel like there's also a big possibility. Maybe WWE are going to do something similar to Triple H versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. And especially now, since we have two nights, maybe, and I'm not saying it's gonna happen, I think it's a possibility, The Rock versus Cody, winner faces Roman Reigns at WrestleMania night 2. The Rock wants to wrestle, and that would be a pretty good reason for The Rock to accept the challenge. Okay, I'm going to face you, but if I win, I get Roman, and your Royal Rumble victory doesn't matter anymore. Pretty good compromise in my opinion. Wouldn't actually complain if we end up seeing that. Then we got the WWE #1 contenders match for the World Heavyweight Championship inside Elimination Chamber. Bobby, Drew, Kevin Owens, LA Knight, Logan Paul, Randy Orton. I really like this match too. Very physical. Everyone absolutely delivered. I know this match pissed off a lot of people, but kind of for the right reasons, I believe. So what I like about it the most is that it actually built quite a few rivalries. But first, yes, we got a bunch of great spots, like that spear through the pod. That was great. We've seen it before, but come on, still, it's Logan Paul who took that. Respect. So let's talk about what happened. Bobby Lashley was the first one eliminated with a Claymore from Drew McIntyre. LA Knight was the second elimination because he got attacked by AJ Styles, which is exactly what we said was going to happen. Because think about it. LA Knight cost AJ the opportunity to be at Elimination Chamber. AJ one-upped him. You know, he caused him the opportunity to be at WrestleMania. Obviously, AJ got a lot of boos, but I mean, we knew he's not gonna win the match, and it's kind of crazy that we're getting AJ versus LA Knight at WrestleMania. I thought it was going to be Logan Paul versus LA Knight for the United States Championship. This way, LA Knight could win the United States title, but it seems like it ain't happening, most likely at SummerSlam. But I'm okay with it for one simple reason. We'll get back to that. Kevin Owens got eliminated by Randy Orton. Logan Paul got eliminated by Randy with an RKO. We got a nice one-on-one between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, but in the end, of course, it was Drew McIntyre who came out on top, but it wasn't fair. Logan Paul came back into the ring and hit Randy Orton with the brass knuckles. Now, obviously, that pissed off a lot of fans, and some would say, what a terrible finish! Hear me out. Hear me out, people. Randy Orton versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania. We've been thinking, who the hell is Randy Orton facing at Mania? Needs to be someone big, and I believe Logan Paul is a very good choice. And look, man, LA Knight facing AJ Styles is also a big deal. AJ is a big superstar. Maybe he lost a lot of credibility lately, but I feel like it's decent, and LA Knight will get his moment a little bit later, hopefully. Hopefully. And when it comes to Drew McIntyre, that was expected, and I'm very glad it happened. I really want Drew McIntyre to win the World Heavyweight Championship. My man deserves it. And in the main event, we got Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley, who's incredibly over. That was the highlight of the match for me, and the match was actually decent. I mean, even Nia Jax did a decent job. I'm not gonna shit on it too much because you guys hate me for it for whatever reason. But the highlight was the crowd. Like, they really loved everything Rhea did. We got quite a few big spots, and in the end, of course, we got that finisher to Nia Jax. Rhea Ripley wins, celebrates with her family, and that was your Elimination Chamber 2024. Yeah, it was so wild watching a pay-per-view that early, you know? Not for you anyway. Come on, man. Definitely not one of these pay-per-views you're going to be talking about for months, but I believe it absolutely delivered considering CM Punk wasn't there. Like, if CM Punk was there, obviously it would be a little bit different story, but I believe WWE did pretty good in this one. I'm happy Drew won. I'm kinda happy Becky won. Rhea won. I think this was a pretty decent pay-per-view. No shocking moments or anything like that, but I think it delivered. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you happy that Drew McIntyre won the match? Are you excited for WrestleMania? And of course, don't forget to smash that like button. Smash that like button and subscribe. Let's go to 500,000. You know, mentally, I've been a bit of a train wreck lately. You know, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing sometimes on YouTube, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best, I'll work my ass off, and we'll get there. If not by the end of the year, soon. Thank you for watching the video, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.